Hey everybody, this is part two of my haul. I just got over the past couple of days. I wanted to show you everything, try to get it in 15 minutes, and I got an AOK that I want to show you and some other stuff. All right, let's get started on this. Just show you what I got and everything. I got Manifest Destiny. I got like the second printing when it first came out. I read the story, like the first 10, 15 issues. Awesome book, everything, and I'm still looking for them. I can find some of them in half price books. I got to keep track of which ones I have. But this is number one. This is the first printing. I got second printing. So, but I found this first printing the other day. So I paid $1.50 for it, or $1, something like that. The guy, when he priced them, he set them in piles of like $1, $2, $3. But I didn't keep track. Got one to know exactly what I paid for each book, but I don't remember. So I just put it at half off what the cover is. It's $2.99. So, but they really take care of you at half price books when you go, because a lot of these books they were on a cart and they weren't done yet. And he said, they shouldn't have left that cart there. I said, it was all in there and I just grabbed what I wanted. So he hooked me up and said, I'm going to go through, and he gave me a really good deal. And plus I got 10% off with some of the coupons that I have. And I think I sent everybody a coupon that asked, but if I didn't send you one, I think I got a few more. But here's Manifest Destiny number 3. So this one's going for a little bit more money than the other ones. So I grabbed this. But I almost got a complete set of it. I got to check and see where I'm off at, and go pick up those other ones too. So here's Marvel Holiday Special One Shot. I never saw this before, so I grabbed it. Thought that was cool. So hopefully when I show you these books, just like on some of the videos I watch that everybody else does, I see a book that I never saw before, or it's just something that's cool. So hopefully some of these books I show you are something you never saw before, or something that's cool, and you'll say, I gotta look that up. So I'll try to tell you the numbers so you know. That's the Marvel Holiday Special, number 1 shot. So hopefully you remember that in the Manifest Destiny books. This one looks cool. I didn't realize Alex did a whole bunch of artwork in this one. I picked it up. I passed it up at one time, and then I picked it up just recently, over the past week. Here's Marvel's Epilogue. I paid $2.49 for this. It got some beautiful artwork in it. It has awesome artwork in it. So I'd like to do a flip through of that one just to show you. And this book, the first book was awesome. Once in Future. This is the second one. I found it for half off, $2.49. This is the second book. I'm looking forward to reading this. I have to do a flip through of the first one because it was a really good story. If you haven't picked that up, check that out. This one is my second copy of this, so I might use this for a giveaway. I did a video of it just to show you. I love doing sketchbooks. SpiderMan, the Other, Evolve or Die sketchbook. And I was looking through some of the what ifs. They got a what if with this cover, but it has like Spider-Man in the partly up the waist up, or head down to the waist, a Venom costume, and it's like a what if Venom had taken over or something like that, and it's worth a lot of money. So hopefully I can look for it. But it's the same cover. Here's Rocket Raccoon in the Loot Crate, number 1. I took it out of the plastic wrap. It's got a little, I think it's got, yeah, a little cut across there. I'm like, how in the world did that get on there? But it's like a little line, you can see it. But I paid $1.50 for it. Not bad. So it's a Rocket Raccoon number 1 from the Loot Crate. Then I saw this. I never saw this before. Shadowhawk of Legend. I paid $2.49 for this. It's got a cool cover on it. As soon as I saw it, it's like a little graphic novel. So it's got a square bound binding on it, everything. So I grabbed it. The artwork's not bad, and it's not too bad, but it looks cool. I was thinking he was trying to do something like what Todd did with Spawn. So I'm thinking they could probably do that with every character, different ages or something like that. I think it's kind of cool though. And then this one, this is cool. I saw it, and I had like 3 of them newsstands when they came out. Amazing Spider-Man number 36. I had the newsstand version when it came out, and I went around to all the different cigar shops and different convenience stores to try to find as many as I could. And when I found them, I just bought them all. But there wasn't many. But I sold them years ago. So I paid $30 for this. It's not in bad shape. It was at half price books in the part where you put your finger through and you do the walking and everything. I found that plus a few other ones that were cool. So I said, you know what? $30, do I really want to do that? It wasn't in bad condition. I put it in this little top loader, and it wasn't in too bad a condition. So I said, you know what? It may be worth. It doesn't have any ticks on it or anything, unless there's something, maybe something right there. The glare is kind of getting in there, maybe something right there, but the edges weren't bad. So I said, you know what, you probably won't see this again. And usually that's when I splurge a little bit. If I see a book and I'm thinking, I probably won't see that again. I haven't seen it in years. I used to own 3 of them, newsstands, and they cost a lot of money. I don't know if I want to spend that much money on getting it. So I said, when I saw this one for 30 bucks, I said, grab it, because I know what it's going for online and everything. So like I said, that's what they had it for. So when I saw it, I said, you know what, grab this. I thought this was a really cool book when it came out. So just what it represents and everything, what it talks about the 9/11 attacks and everything, and just us all sticking together and stuff, and the villains and the heroes coming together, understanding how the world should be. And it was a nice thought and everything like that. It'd be nice if it worked like that in real life, or the evil and the good would stop and everything would be good, but it's not like that. So, but it was just a cool comic book to have and everything. So, and I found these were cool. 700.4 and 700.5 of the Amazing Spider-Man. That one and that one. They're not worth anything. I just thought they were cool. And when 700 came out, I paid $1.99 for both of them each. But when 700 came out, I remember looking at it on the shelf. I'm like, or it was on the guy I went to. He had his all laid out flat on the table. I was like, $7.99 or $7.95, whatever it was. I'm like, I'm not paying that for that. But I didn't realize what the story was about. It was a pretty cool story. And when I found out what Doc Ock was, and then it turned into Superior Spider-Man, I love Superior Spider-Man, because he's so arrogant and everything. You want him to do well, and you see how he could be a better Spider-Man than Peter, but he's so arrogant that it messes him up, because he can't think that he does anything wrong, and he does, and then he can't believe it. Like, what? How? What? How did? It should have worked perfectly, logically. It's like Spock. When Spock messes up, it's like, this should be the way it is. And when it doesn't happen, they're like, wait, illogical. And then, but he's a really cool character, Superior Spider-Man. If you haven't been reading him, check him out too. I got to pick up. I think I have the first 5 books of Superior Spider-Man, the latest series, but I got to catch up and get the rest of them. And I've been seeing them at half price books, but I've been seeing other stuff I've been picking up. I'm gonna have to go back hopefully and pick them up when I can. But this was a cool one that I saw in there. This was the one where the guy said, those haven't been processed yet. How'd you get those? And this was another one that I got. Spider-Man Wolverine #1. It's like a one-shot. This came out years ago. I remember having one of these and thought it was cool. I paid $1 for this. So it's pretty thick. I have to do a flip through of this because it's a really cool book. And then this was cool. I like Texier artwork, and I love Kurt Busiek writing. So this is this. I paid $2 for this. Spider-Man Legacy of Evil. So both of them working together was just awesome. This will be a cool book to do a flip through. And I found this one, Spider-Man Maximum Clonage Alpha #1. It's got like a acetate cover over it. So I paid $2.49 for this one. Thought that was cool. And this one, I didn't have this one. I thought I did. Spider-Man from Brian Michael Bendis and Sarah Pichelli. Issue 151. I didn't have this before, so I grabbed it. Because I liked the artwork, and I liked the story that Bendis was doing with this. So I think I have a whole set of these now. And these are cool. I like the story. I read the first one, and I have to read. I still didn't read the second one. But Spider-Man, the life story. Look at this. I got #4. And this one's number 5. The #4 goes through the 90s. #5 goes through the 2000s. And #6 here goes through the 2010s. I think it goes through another one. I'm not sure. I have to say, I'm not sure if this is the last one or not. But I have the first one and the second one. So, and I got to get the third one. And I saw the third one, but I think it was like $5 at the one bookstore that I go to, and I didn't want to pay that much for it. So I said, you know what, I'll wait. But if I don't see it anywhere, I'll go back and get it, because I don't think it's going to sell. Because a lot of stuff they put out that they price a little bit higher. They don't sell right away because people are like, wait a minute, that's kind of high. That's too close to the original price. So I don't know, we get spoiled. Everybody gets spoiled when they go into half price books. Okay, and then I got a spectacular Spider-Man giant size extravaganza, The Greatest Responsibility, Part 3, The End of an Era. This is number, The Glare. I don't know what that one is, but the glare on there. But this was cool, I thought. So it's got an acetate cover on it as well. So I grabbed that one. I paid $1.99 for that one. And then I saw these. These were cool. Anytime I see Star Trek and Doctor Who, I grab them. This is number 2, and I got number 6. Star Trek The Next Generation, number 2. And here's number 6. I thought that was cool. They're going for a little bit of money. But I got one with, I got another one I picked up the other day. I think if you saw my video, it's got Captain Picard on it. So, then this one, I got 2 of these. Street Fighter and G.I. Joe from IDW. And I paid $2.49 for these two. $2.49 each. Everything. So I thought these were kind of cool, so I grabbed them. And then I got my 11 minutes right now. This is one of the ones I said, you know what? This is another one. I said, you know what? I might not see this again. And I've never seen it. It's Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man, but it's a comic book size, like a trade paperback size. So I said, you know what? Grab this. It's a little beat up. I paid $15 for it. But I said, you know what? You won't see this again. So I grabbed it. Look how cool that is. It's the size of a regular comic book. I want to get the original. I remember when they came out and I wanted to get one and I couldn't get one and everything. I wanted my dad to get it for me. He wouldn't get it. But this is cool. So I was like, that's different. But you see, it's beat up. It's got a few things on there and stuff. So I remember how when, speaking of like when my dad and everything, he would buy me certain books and everything. He'd get me Batman all the time. And I wanted this one. He wouldn't get this one, but he got me a big Batman one and everything. And I know when I had my kids with me all the time and they were little, they'd be like, it's only cost this, it only cost that, it only cost this. Come on, you got some money in your wallet. You got this. I was like, hey, you know what? I got to pay some bills. I don't have any money for that. But this is what I'll do. Get one gift that's $6 or less. And they'd find something for $6.50 or $6.25. It's like, I said $6 or less, and I'll get it for you, whatever it is. And they would find something just a little bit, and I'd say, no, you got to get it for $6. If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. It was funny and everything. So they'll know when they get older, and they'll have kids too, or they're babysitting or something. But this is really cool. I like this, and it's just like the real big book and everything, but it's comic book sized. And I saw it on eBay. It was like mint condition for $100. So I'm like, this isn't worth, like, it isn't in mint condition like that one. But when I saw it, I said, I never saw it before, so I'm grabbing it. This is really cool. I like this. So, just a second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, here we go with some more and try to hurry and get through this. Like I said, it might be more than 15 minutes because I want to show you some of the other stuff. I'll pause it more. This one was cool. It only cost me like $1. Superman Bizarro number 1, 23.1. It's like I like all of these. It's like the 3D cover. That was cool. They got a bunch of them. So you got like Riddler, Joker, Bane, Bizarro, Penguin, and a few other characters. The one that I showed before, Zod. I showed that on one of my other ones, recent ones. This was cool. I know it just came out. I paid $6 for this. But Superman versus the Klan. Second a trade. It's like, I think it's $7.99 or something like that, and they marked it down a little bit. Or $6.99 and they marked it down $1. I thought that was cool, so I grabbed it. I saw it when it was advertised in previews, but I wasn't sure whether I was going to pick it up or not. When I saw that, I said, you know what? Since it's a little bit less and it's really in nice condition, grab it. This was nice. This I paid $1 for as well. Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle, number 226. This is one of the ones that wasn't processed yet, and he just gave it to me real cheap. So I think it's worth about $12 I saw on mycomicshop.com, but it could be less or it could be more, depending on what it is, because it's an older book. This one, because it was older and I only paid $1.14 for it, I grabbed it because I said you might not see it anymore. So Thunder Agents, Tower double-sized action series. It was 25 cents on the cover. It's a little thicker but I paid $1.14 for it. You can see it's beat up and everything, but I said, you know what, that's cool. When it's something that I see, and you probably do this too, when it's something that you see, you go, wait, just like I said, if you don't see, you think you're going to see it anymore, and it's only $1. It would have been $5. I said no, but it's only $1. I said, you know, I might not see this anymore. Look how thick that is. Grab this. It's got the square binding and everything on it. I thought that was cool. I like to do it. There's so many flip throughs that I want to do. I've said it on every single one of my videos probably, but trying to get to them all. I gotta do it though. I could do a video. I could do 5 videos a day just doing flip throughs. But what I want to do on the flip throughs, instead of making them just flipping through the artwork and everything, I like to talk about them from reading the book, and to like do a slight review, and then talk about the book, and then let you see the artwork too. So it's not just me flipping through the artwork. Some of them I will do that. Like when I showed you the books for the contest winners, stuff like this, just to flip through so you can see the artwork, what's in the book. But I like to do another flip through, some of those ones that I've never done, and do it like I said I would do. Like add something to the channel, like a review flip through. So, well, I'm where I'll work on it. But Venom, Death Trap, The Vault. This was a trade. This is beat up too. I paid $2.49 for this one. As soon as I saw it, I said I grabbed it. Everybody's blue on the cover, with some red in there and white. But see, it's a little thicker, a little rough around the edges and everything. But I never saw this before, so I said, hey, grab this. $2.49. Hey. And then I got some Walking Dead's, number 101 and number 102. This is like a variant. I never saw this before. Ghost variant, it says. I thought that's cool. And here's the regular cover for 102. And then I found 103. My girlfriend will read these. And here's 104. So I'm gonna put this right in the stack with the other stuff that I just picked up the other day so she can read through them. She watches the show all the time, and I'm not sure where they're at right now in the show, but she likes to look at the books too, just to see what they did in the comic book, to see how it's changed or something. Because, you know, different people are still alive, and some people are dead, and some people are created on the TV show, and some people are different in the comic books. So, and then I found all 3 of these. This is my second copy of Wetworks number 1. So I paid like $1.25. Was it $1.25? $1 for this one, $1 for the second one, and $1.25 for the third one. So that's number 1 right there. I used to love Wetworks because I love Will Spataccio artwork. Here's number 2. When they all came out with their characters back then, I had every single issue. Because the Image was hot back then when they first come out, because all them guys are working on their own books. Boom. But then this one didn't have a cover on it, or I mean, it didn't have a backing board or bag. But I grabbed it because it was $1 and it was Adam Hughes. So I got to figure out a way to get that sticker off of there and put it in a bag and board, because it's a really nice book. And Adam Hughes covers are going for a little bit of money. People like them. This is my second or third copy of this, Life, Death, A Love Story. A special double-sized issue, X-Men, number 186. And I got this for $1. This didn't have a cover on it, but I thought this was cool. This was $1 too. Uncanny X-Men, Marvel Comics, Annual 2001. Well, look, it's a sideways book. I get the pages. But it just, wow, look at that, widescreen. That's pretty cool. And then just how they tell the story. Kind of like different, like the Fantastic Four book that opens this way and everything, but this opened like widescreen version. So that's the back of it. But that was you just look for Annual 2001, X-Men Annual 2001. I think it's only on, I see it on mycomicshop.com for only $2, something like that. This is the last comic that I have here. Uncanny X-Men 466. I got this for $1. I thought that was cool. And then this book I found. This was cool. I didn't have this one, hardbound. I got the softbound version. But this is the back. And then the cover on the inside is this. To the back. This is this love Alex Ross artwork. And then what's cool about the inside of the cover. It shows you all the characters in pencil. He just did a pencil version of it. So I thought that was cool. But I grabbed that and I paid $17.49 for that. But I got, like I said, I got 10% off my whole purchase when I bought it. So I only paid, like, there's not too much, but 10% off is not bad. But let me see, I'm gonna show you what else I got. When I was there, I saw that, and I saw this, A Memory of Light. This was $3. I was like, how thick this thing is. It's got 33 CDs in this. Robert Jordan. I remember reading some of his stuff, and he did some comic books at one time, but or they adapted them to some comic books. I can't remember exactly which one it was. But I said, let me grab this. I like audiobooks, and I don't know if it's just somebody reading. I'm not sure if it's going to have sound effects in it too, but I think it's just somebody reading. But I think that's really cool. That's pretty thick too, because I got the whole Harry Potter series that I listen to. The guy does great voices. So I'm going to see what he does with this. And then I got this. This is graphic audio. This is what I've told you about before. This was only $3 too. It's called The Outlanders. And it's an audiobook. But they usually do sound effects and everything, and background voices and everything. They have a huge cast doing all the parts. So I love these. So right now they got a deal going on graphic audio. I guess you buy one, you get one free. You buy 5, you get 5 free. It's something like that. I got to go on there and look and see how much money I have and see what I want to get, if I get anything. But what I'd like to get is all the superhero stuff. They got No Man's Land Part 1 and 2 on there. They got a new Marvel, Avengers versus X-Men. They got Venom, Lethal Protector. They did that story. What's cool is you can go on there, you can click on it and just listen to the voices and see the sound effects and listen to part of it and see if you like it or not. And usually I check and see if it's got how many stars it's got, but I use like earphone things to go through. Like if it's got the most earphones on it, I usually go, I'll check this out and get it. But if it doesn't have a lot on it, I don't want to get it. And then my girlfriend got me this. Remember I was talking about getting sound effects? She found this for $1.50 at the flea market. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, wow. It was like 75% off. It's like, I got all these different sound effects on there. It's got 1 disc, 2 disc, 3 disc, 4 disc, with a whole bunch of different sound effects on it. So I'm gonna see if I can use them for sound effects in the stories that I read, but I have to figure out how to do it. If I can't do it, it'll just be cool to have. But if I could get like a piano or something like that, one of those little organs or something like that to record stuff on it with each key, because I know a friend who had one, and he would have different keys. He would have different sounds. If he wanted to do music and stuff, he would have different sounds recorded in, and he would just hit a button and stuff. Plus, I've seen it done like that too, and everything. So, and this is another thing. I went to my local comic book store, and I have the Batplane, and I have the Batmobile. Now I have the Batcycle. I paid $60 for it. So it was worth it. I've seen it online for about the same price. So this is really cool. And try to get the glare off of it. But the motorcycle, look at that. That is cool. And you got 2 different heads and everything. So, and the Batman and all this stuff. I'd love to get all the figures. This was a spooky episode, which seeing this guy, wow. What's his name? Hardak. Wow. But the Grey Ghost is cool. The Scarecrow, and you got Two-Face. But now I can add it to the collection of all the cycles. I was trying to figure out if they made the Bat Boat. If he had a Bat Boat in the animated series. I'm thinking he did, but I can't remember exactly. But with the Bat Plane and everything, it'd be cool to add to it. So, and my last thing, try to keep this like at a half hour. Hopefully it's not boring you and everything like that, is my act of kindness. Everything. James Gallegos sent me something. He's like, I was thinking about you when I went out and got it. So I'll open it up, everything, and show you guys what it is real quick. And cool. You got a note on here. I'll show you the stuff real quick so you see. But he sent me a poster. Look at that. This and that. He knows I like posters because they got them hanging up, so I'm going to be hanging them up. I'll have it maybe hang it up somewhere where you guys can see it all the time when I film stuff. And these books. Look at this. Sketchbook. Mark Silvestri, one of my favorite artists. This is awesome. That is very cool. Look at that. That's that. And you got them all. You can look at resealable bags and boards. That is cool. I love that. Then Open Space. Alex Ross, my boy. Just like Diodato, I love him too. Open Space, number 0. Captain Victory, number 2. Look how beautiful that artwork is. We got Captain, this is spooky. Captain Victory, number 4. Look at that. Whoa. Then Genesis, number 2. Kirby Genesis, number 2. I love this story. I've been trying, I think I got it, but I'm trying to look for, I want to get the trade paperback so I can have all of them in. This is a cover I don't have. This is number 4, Kirby Genesis. Very cool. Always collect the Alex Ross stuff. I didn't get the other ones though, but that, look how beautiful that is. And this is the last one they got me. Kirby Genesis, number 5. Look how cool that is. And it's like the pose that Kirby did. Him pointing that thing down. If you see the Kirby original artwork for these guys, everything, you'll see how they stood, and Alex just used like the similar poses for everything that he did. How she stood with her hands out and everything. Thank you, James. That is awesome. I love these. I love these. I'm going to do a flip through for all these books because people need to see. People need to see these because it's got gorgeous artwork inside, and every single issue I think has Alex Ross. If I remember correctly, he has a few pages that he drew and painted. So it's beautiful. So, and then let me see. I'm trying to think of anything else that I got. Okay, these are the last things I got, and then I'll be done. I promise. Oh, but you don't hear. I'll read the letter. Gary, collector dude, here's a little AOK for you. I am hoping at least one of these is something you don't have. Thanks for the great content you upload, as it's always entertaining to watch. Enjoy these books. Happy hunting, James. Thank you very much, James, buddy. All right, but I got these. These 4 books. I got 4 books. These 4 books have stories from one of my friends. His name is Edward C. Hartshorn. I know his son, who is Edward II, and I know his grandson, who is Eddie III, who I'm working on a comic book with. And but he wrote a story in this. This is 2037 is the name of the book, and it's put out by let's see, got jgreenbooks.com. If I can get it on there. If I don't get it all on there, I'll tell you what it is in the comments below, so you can probably buy one if you want. But this guy Eddie, he let me read the stories before he would do them and send them in, and I could give him input on if I liked it or not, or if I thought something should be changed. Most of the time, I gave him ideas that would help him spring and make it a deeper story, or I tell him, hey, I like this, but what's going on with here? And I didn't criticize him pretty much on anything because he was an awesome writer. I'm like, he's been writing all his life. My friend Ed, who I worked with, he's got his own business now, but and like I said, I work with his grandson, the son, the third one, on comic books. But Ed and I talked too. But he said, Gary, he's been writing all his life. He said he wrote some stories and everything, like he's lost some stories that he'd like to do again. But just awesome. Here's the second one, Taos Uprising. And he wrote a story in here, The Stranger. That was an awesome story. I was like, I remember reading that and him editing it and everything, like, and sending it back to me and then changing a few things. Very good. This is Tales of the Southwest. And he did, oh yeah, Grandmother of the Desert. That was kind of spooky. He writes good horror, and I would love to have him do some stuff with me, everything. And here's the last one, Double Murder. Assassination Guaranteed hoodie, plus 2 bonus features. Him on here, but he I think he did both of the stories in here, but on the back. But I can't remember exactly which one it said he did. But it's just, he's really good. I'm like, you know, he did one. Here's one right here called Identity and everything. But he's a really good writer and everything. And he got published in a short story to start off with, and then it just barreled down from there. And he would get with people and talk with people and everything and correspond with them. Now he's got more books coming out. He's got one coming out in a few months. I'm going to buy it. I bought one of each, and he's going to sign them for me. But hopefully I can get multiples of them and get him to sign them, and I'm offering them up as prizes because he's a really good writer. I'll have to let you, hopefully I can get them and send them to you. Whoever, once I do a story or once I do a video and everything, get extras, I can get them signed and I can offer them up maybe. I'll have to ask him though, if that's okay, because he's got them on his site to sell and everything. And I'm going to put that, I can't remember it right now, but I'm going to put the site down once I get it. And once I upload this video, I'll put the site name down so you can go out and check it out. But his name is Edward C. Hartshorn, and very good writer. And I think that's all I got. So I'm looking around to make sure I don't miss anything. But like I said, I had a great haul these past few days, and James hooked me up, and I got some stuff from Ed, and just the stuff my girlfriend gave me, and the stuff that I found. It's just an awesome day, awesome few days, and everything. I had a great weekend so far. Everything. My birthday was yesterday, and everything. So, but I had a good time. We just relaxed all day and everything. I didn't go anywhere. My girlfriend cooked for me, and she went out and bought some stuff for me and everything. And then it was just cool. So I had a good time. But I'm done right now. I might film something else and post it. But I'm gonna be going downstairs to get something to eat because I'm getting a little bit hungry and everything. But I thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and the comic books that I got, and you just have a great weekend and everything. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff and going to be having a contest pretty soon, another pop contest. I'll try to have one a month. We'll see. And then when I get to 100, I'm going to go to like 100, every 100 people. But you never know. You know how I jump around and stuff like that. But every 100 subscribers, I'll try to have another video or another contest. But I try to have a pop contest every month and stuff like that, and try to get the videos out that you guys like to see and that I like to film and everything. But thank you very much again for watching. And you guys have a great day, great weekend, and I will see you soon. Collector Dude is out.